Hey, how you doing, baby? How you doing? How's all my viewers doing who stuck it through for part one? Huh? I mean, for part two. Stuck it through part one. That boring Bitcoin PA or price action for the newbies like Jamie. Where I left off, be positive, right? Because you can't ever let a couple losing trades get you down. So the worst part, so we bled out for months and months from at least to the November 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th. I'd say like November 9th, 10th, the official crypto crash where we went to 15.6. Then we went to 15.5 a few days later. I realized GCR tweeted at 15.7. I tweeted at 15.7. We both tweeted at 15.7, right? Or was it 16.7? I got to look back at the tweet. I'll quote it and we'll see. But I said by the end of the week, because I was just playing previous 2020 price action for November. So GCR said 50%, man. You get 50%. What else do you want in most alts? And a couple bigger ones, you got larger moves like Sol. You got a 3x move. FTT 3.5x, Serum 4x. What else would you want, baby? You got some micro caps, Imagine AI. You got the 25x move. What else could you ask for? Come on. NFTs, Miladies doing a 3.5x like it's nothing from 800 to 3,200. Actually, that's 4x, but somewhere around there. We had Trump NFTs that went from 0.16, 0.17 to 0.337, solid 2x. Where were you on that one? Come on. So you're saying, but of course that's for people with like $10,000 to $100,000. You might put 2,000 to 3,000, maybe 5,000, maybe up to 5% in Trump NFTs. If you're risky, you'll put up to 5% in one NFT like Trump. Usually it's like 1 to 2% that you allocate to that. And you flip for a 2x, so you can flip to 5,000, 10,000, whatever. A lot of people just like to hold. Most people end up just holding their NFTs. I'd say like 80% will just hold and never sell, just like shit coins. So the best part about that is the traders, the intraday traders, intra-week, intra-month traders, month to month, they can get in, get out, dump on you, plenty of liquidity till the market turns sour. Then more and more people start to get out. The ratio drops from 80% to 70, 60%. Maybe in some cases 50% of all unlocked tokens are sold. If that's the case, the price is going to crash tremendously. Usually it's over a year, like we saw in Gala. But Gala had tremendous unlocks. I don't know what it was, like a 500% token increase, something like that. Usually the first big unlock increases the supply by like 2 or 3x. I don't know if it's that crazy, but Gala got hit hard by increasing token unlocks. Like GCR quoted in November 2021 that he was targeting a bunch of unlocked tokens with high or delayed vested supplies that slowly unlocked, and then boom, a big unlock. You could short him with enough capital not to get liquidated, hundreds of millions or whatever he has. Okay. So GCR said sorry about the MingX Mecca account. So I don't know if it's officially, unofficially his account, but it's gone. It's like the McRib. You only get that savory pork slabs for a limited time only. Then it's gone. I think the last time was 2 years. Usually it was every year at McDonald's. Then also limited time was the Mexican pizza. Gone in 2020. Came back in 2022. And now it's back for good because everyone loved it. Then it went away for a month or 2 months, and then because the demand was so high, now it's back and no one really cares, right? Nacho fries, I think 6 months out of the year, they're here every 2 months. They bring them back. They take them away, bring them back for 2 months. And the nacho fries are only like 5 years old. I don't remember when they debuted at Taco Bell. So, limited time item is designed to get you interested when it's in. So if you can find the undercover, he said the next alt account is going to be undercover. So if you can find the undercover GCR account, easy way to do it. I know we have screenshots because if you paste the tweets in Discord, it saves the tweets, even though the account has been deleted. Look for similar language. Very hard for someone to change their grammar unless they're inputting it through a word rearranger or deliberately changing the grammar. So most people, like GCR, didn't bother changing the grammar. Maybe he'll do it next time around, but the context was similar, the syntax, just the way the words are arranged. vocabulary, illusions to past traders, like the echo bubble illusion, and whatever other similarities. So yeah, very easy to find someone like someone else. Of course, there's going to be a handful of other traders that are similar, but in terms of like retweeting GCR or quoting, obviously that gave it away at the end. But just the number one trader, crypto trader, our crypto messiah, not the crypto messiah account, GCR classic account, is going to be easily identifiable. And even if it's not, people are going to assume that like sub 1,000 follower accounts, sub 100 follower accounts, whatever they are going to be GCR. If everything's similar in the tweets. Anyway, so that was a 2-minute aside for GCR. Way too long for someone in one vlog. Shoutouts, okay. Ali wanted a shout out because he called Chimera, what was it, Treasure, the Chinese land NFTs, I forgot the name of it. It dumped from 1.6 to 0.7, over 50% retrace. You don't want to see that, but we saw it. And now it's floating around 0.75, whatever, because it's like another land NFT, but it's in China, okay, the hype. Whatever, man, whatever. I should have got out 1.6. I was greedy. That's NFT talk. Oh, Sewer Pass. Mutant Apes dumped from 20 ETH to 13 ETH. Bored Apes dumped from like 70 to 60 ETH. Kennel Dogs dumped from 12 or 12.5 ETH to 8.5. Just this crazy dump just to make, an extra ETH? Actually, the Bored Ape tier 3, if you got a Bored Ape, you got them into tier 3 Sewer Pass. I think the floor was like 3 ETH or 2.7 ETH, which isn't bad. Anyway, what does it do? It's just a game. So the game Ponzi, who's going to supply it with ape staking? They got to supply the game Ponzi for the Dookie Dash and whatever. I've never got into the Ponzi-nomics of those games. They never worked out. I tried the Treasure DAO, the token for Magic, and it got so complicated playing a game. Like, imagine playing a game where if you don't play the game, you lose hundreds of thousands of dollars in your NFT players because you're not leveling them up. It's so stupid. Like, it benefited the guys with like a few $1,000s that had time to play all day, but like the bigger players or mid-level players, just worthless. And I hope it's different with the Sewer Pass where you can get like a $10,000, $20,000 NFT. You can win something else or bonus, unlocked ape tokens. I don't know. Sorry. So that was just NFT news. And nothing much. Like, the market did cool off. So we had the FET listing that had sent the AI narrative, the FET perp listing. It dumped and then it pumped again. Then it pumped Ocean and all the other. Ajax got pumped. And then Aegis got the perp listing, the futures listing. Is that an echo? That is officially an echo. I don't know. So back to the business at hand. Ajax retraced after mooning, and the listing opened today. It actually opened at I was looking at futures and spot at the same time. So on spot it went from like I'm not sure if it's 0.185 or 0.0185. I think 0.185 to 0.205 or so on spot, and then futures were a little different. The opening wick, which isn't right, was about 0.172, I think, and then it went to 0.215, but futures different liquidity. And then we got a delisting, an official, not delisting of pairs, just some pairs, but an official delisting of all pairs in Beam. Because Beam turned out to be a Mimblewimble scam coin from 2019. And guess what happened? It was a scam team, no updates. Contacted by Binance, what's your development, what's going on? Nothing, no response. Or a BS response, whatever. So Binance delisted. So could you trade futures? Well, yes, you could on Gate, but it wasn't very liquid. So the official announcement was like 0.12 or so on Binance spot price. But then on Gate futures, it was 0.116, and it dumped down to about 0.104, and then someone put up a $993,000 beam buy wall, which was about $100,000 at 0.104, and it sent it back up to 0.108 or so, 109, and then it dumped. People opened it, but the open interest at one time never went over $30,000. So it was such tiny trading it. So, but if you had $100,000 in available lever, what is it, position size? Not sure, because you could do 5x cross or isolated on gate. So you needed $20,000 to fill that buy wall of $100,000. So you could have had 80% of the open interest, increased it by 400% by doing that. So it's so crazy. Yeah, but then they could have tried to liquidate you, but I think Gate uses the mark price, which Binance introduced. So because FTX tried to liquidate BOSD or BNB at one point. So you had to use the mark price is the Binance spot price. So even though the illiquid buy side of the order book, like up to 0.37, so 270% pump, wouldn't have taken you out because they would have used the Binance spot price. So if they're trying to liquidate your position, like say you post on Twitter, I got $100,000 beam short on Gate, you would have had to, they would have had to pump the price up 20%. And that would be stupid to short with 5x leverage that position size without matching at least 1-to-1, so a 2x pump, because they would have had to pump beam back to 20 cents on Binance spot to liquidate you if you were using a 1x short. So you could have added collateral, tweeted, blah, blah, blah. So that way they wouldn't have liquidated you at 0.125. Anyway, that's the beam. Oh yeah, it ended up hitting 0.068 on Binance, or sorry, I think it was 0.0668. And then similar price on Gate futures. So then it bounced, of course. I think last time I checked it was like 0.089. So very interesting to short something like that. I usually don't mess around shorting coins like that unless it's just a 1x short. That's usually safe, but I don't want to risk $100,000 on something like that. So I might have done like a $20,000 short and played it out for like 20% and closed. Like the big shorts, like GCR has liquidity to do those kind of shorts, just have it bleed to nothing. But he's not going to waste his time because he's in like $20 million trades. So he's not going to waste his time trying to make $50,000. Anyway, thanks again for watching, guys. As I was saying, it hurts to see the market pump for so long and you not maximizing your gains, the 4x and 3x and the 25x. Imagine, you're not getting into those gains. As I said in the last vlog on Sunday, you barely, or actually it was Monday, Martin Luther King Day, most traders probably only increase their accounts by like 20%, most viewers. Very few did more than 20%. Like if you had $50,000, you might have gone up to 60. If you had 100, you might have gone up to 120,000, unless you were a leveraged degen or an NFT degen or a whiz. You could be an autist that's really good at trading. We might do a part 3, but remember, you got to be positive through all this because it hurts. It hurts to see the market bounce. Like Lonely B said, he only made $5,000 or $10,000 on the whole move, which is less than 1% of his port. I think, not officially confirmed. He'll have to confirm that in chat. So you're like, when's the market going to correct? When's it going to give me entry versus being in? I got to maximize my gains. The market's pumping like crazy. Alts are pumping like crazy. NFTs are pumping like crazy. Then it corrects and you give back half or 3/4. Some people actually gave back more than they made. Like Ali, there's a second shout out for him. Comfy, good to see him rebounding to 3,800 because he went up to 35, back to 31, now back to 38. So he's trending up, which is good. Hopefully he can reach 5,000 by Sunday. We'll see. And I heard rumors that he's actually moving to Spain in a couple of weeks. Let's see how that plays out. To all my other viewers and commenters, thank you. Foundation, Jamie, Stein Van Houst, Helicopters, Tyroked, Jezza, Manafrog, Matt H., These aren't fresh comments. These are shout outs from previous vlogs, by the way. A lot of new guys: Austin, R. Pete, Tuari, Baron Casual TM, and much more. Damn, I hate shouting out so many people and then missing people. Shit. All right. So, thanks a lot. But don't blow it. Just as I was saying, it's hard for the market to correct because you're seeing it pump, and this is your opportunity, but you're only making 20% on average. So that's probably the average of what people made. So maybe less, maybe 10 or 15%. But and then seeing a correction like today and knowing, are we going to correct again? Probably. So what can you do? You can just focus on the big hitters, maybe the longer term trades that are going to pump the most in a couple weeks versus being 5x leverage, 10x leverage. So you got to be really nervous trading those positions for corrections like this. But you do maximize gains when we ride up like we did over the weekend. I'll see you guys later. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Are there puppies there? Hi, Libby. Oh, look, there's this guy there. He's there. Oh my god. They're all over the place. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.